There's a Mishnah in Chapters of the Fathers which talks about two forms of learning. Learning for the sake of teaching and learning for the sake of doing. Lilmod amanat lelamed and lilmod amanat la'asot. This is from Chapters of the Fathers, chapter 4, Mishnah 6. When someone learns for the sake of teaching, the Mishnah tells us they not only learn, but they have the opportunity to teach as well. And when someone learns for the sake of doing, they learn, they teach, and they have the opportunity to guard and do in addition to that. There's one form of learning that our Mishnah left out. And admittedly, this is something I was involved in for many years, and many Jews are. Learning for the sake of learning. Lilmod amanat lilmod. This is a value in Judaism. We're always about probing deeper, asking questions, learning, growing in our studies. But this Mishnah is not about that. This Mishnah is about being engaged in the world. And there's a lesson to be drawn from this Mishnah today in the aftermath of the murder of George Floyd and everything that has ensued in our community around that, in our society over the last week. Our Mishnah is directing us to learn for the sake of teaching. That means to speak out based on Jewish values. The value of the dignity of every individual, the image of God, or being there for those who need our support in vulnerable times. Those are Jewish values. Speaking out on behalf of those values. Learning for the sake of teaching. But there's also learning for the sake of doing. That's acting and implementing and applying our values on the ground, our Jewish values. Today, that's what's needed, to be involved, to not only theorize about Jewish values, but to get actively involved in one way or another, however you feel comfortable doing so. That's what our Mishnah is asking. Wherever you are politically, it could be that you're open to attending a peaceful protest. It could be that you're able to financially support those in communities who need your support. Especially here in downtown Baltimore, there are many opportunities to be involved. It could be emotional or spiritual support. However it is, it's important that we transform our theoretical learning into speech, if we can, and into action. Jews know what it's like to be discriminated against, to be made felt like second-grade citizens, to be bullied, and to not be recognized. We know what that's like. We also know what it's like to look around and ask for help and assistance and support and to not find it. Now, I'm not saying each community's experiences are the same. Not at all. Everyone experiences differently. But from our place, knowing from our history what it feels like to be alone and not supported, we should step up if we can. Listening, speaking out, and acting. Learning for the sake of teaching and learning for the sake of doing.